Bob Parsons here again. Now I'm drawing twice as fast because I had to speed up the video. I'm running out of room on my DVD player. So first we draw a little box, foreshortened cube. You've seen this many times, like a table on edge. And inside of this cube we're going to make some tick marks. We're going to draw an oval. So there's the tick marks. And I have a mistake in this drawing that happens almost at this stage. I'm going to leave it so you can learn from it. The oval's going pretty nice, but right in there, right on that lower right hand corner, I get a little flat, and little do I know that that's a strategic place in this drawing. See that little flatness? That's going to cost me a little bit later. So now I make some tick marks where I want the thickness to be. Just go inside of that oval. Pretty much can just follow the curve that you've just done. Next thing I need to do is I need to find some parallel lines so I can draw the box that comes out from the ship. It'll carry the cockpit part, and I'll draw a parallel line that goes across the same angle as my axis here. At least that line should be coming up. There we go. Now coming out from the edge, I'll draw a half circle that goes back around. I was a little low there, so there's what I want. I'll erase this so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to add a little thickness to that band, and this is where I get in a little bit of trouble, not having a little bit more oval down here. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to have to cheat. I'm going to get my eraser out and lower that down a little bit, and not make my band so thick as it comes around. There we go. That's not going to be bad. Now there's another little half circle right there, a quarter circle. It finishes the top part of the dome. We got a pencil on the side. I use the corner as a center line. Rough in the pencil. Keep my foreshortening consistent. The obligatory highlight there on the band and the pencil lead. And follow it across with a parallel line and find out where the other side goes. That's important right there. So I'm ready to ink this, and this is pretty straight away. A lot of backhand movements, because that, as I've said over and over in these videos, that's your best move, is that backhand. And don't try to draw this fast at home. I put in a little area for my bounce back light to be. There we go. Even though we have a pretty good sketch, we still have to be thinking. Now, this gets a band around it right here, and that wasn't sketched in, but it's pretty simple to see how that goes. You just add a little bit of thickness right here with an edge inside. That little edge is important, even though you can't see it that well. If that wasn't there, it would lack that 3D look. Now the rivets, I do the outsides and then the in-betweeners, and they're foreshortened as they go away from you. Doesn't look like it in this video, but in real life you can see it, and it makes a difference. All these little things make a difference. I'm going to put a little exhaust here for no extra charge. I know it's not in the original drawing. An exhaust is a cylinder with a donut around it. What happens is the exhaust gets farther away from the source of the exhaust. It dissipates out into the air, so it gets wider. I start to widen it after it gets through the cloud. I'm going to give myself a little area where the highlight goes in the cockpit. Get out one of my favorite tools, the Pentel brush pen. One of these days we'll maybe make some money off saying that word. Get some royalties from these guys. Simple matter of filling it in. Never get tired of seeing that much ink go down at once. Nice solid black. Now I'm erasing a little too quickly after filling in. Watch what happens. Yep. Get a little smudge there. Makes that ship look like it's been a little battle. That's okay. Watch out for the bounce back light. Throw in our shadow. And I'm going to stipple in a shadow here on this part of the pencil that would be the exposed wood. Come back with cross hatching at 90 degrees and a little bit down on the edge there. I'm a believer in those layout lines. I didn't used to be, but they really help you determine where your shading starts and ends. There you go. I'm doing a little voiceover on this video. I do leave out some shading on here, and I'm wondering if you can tell where it's going to be. I'm not going to tell you what got left out, but part of it gets left out, and maybe you can find it. Even shaded the cloud. I did miss something. There you go.